What's up, guys? Back for another episode. I'm actually re-recording this because my microphone had some weird static when I tried to record it on the GoPro. I got my cap kit in for Karopi and I ordered the flyback, and when I opened it, found out that the company I ordered it from actually sent me the wrong flyback. So the new flyback should actually be here today. So hopefully I'll have some time this weekend to go ahead and pull that monitor out, recap it, put it back in, and then we'll have a nice little JAMA platform that we can test and run everything on, and put the Pi to Jam and play some Karopi. In today's episode, what we're going to do, though, is we're actually going to head over to my buddy Jared's house. He's been on a couple episodes before, but he picked up a really cool product for his 4-slot Neo-Geo that we're going to go ahead and put in. I'm sure everybody with a Neo-Geo is going to want one, so if I can get some details to the thread, I'll go ahead and post that in the comments below. But let's go ahead and head over to Jared's and start wrenching on his Neo-Geo. Alright, so we are at Jared's place, and he is working on, it's like Golden Axe?
Yes.
He's working on a Golden Axe Sport, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to him and have him explain what he's attempting to do here.
Hey guys, so we've got a couple System 16 boards here. And the Golden Axe, I think, suicided the FD... what is it? I don't remember. FD 1094. It's a little custom chip, basically a 68,000 with some custom keys. It's battery backed. The battery still has some voltage, so I thought it might be okay, but I'm getting a black screen when we boot up. So, burn some unencrypted EPROMs that we'll throw on there. I put a 68,000 from this other board unencrypted on there, so we'll just get that together and we're going to test it out and see if we have a working Golden Axe or if there's some more work to be done. So that's pretty much it.
And as you can see, Jared is he's a crazy person like I am, and he has all these games here, some candies, and some initial D, and this beauty over here. And basically, once he's done with that, once we're done testing some other stuff, we're actually here to work on this guy. Jared picked up some new pieces for that we're going to install and see if they're working okay. So let's get back to the board repair and we'll see. Hopefully it works. Alright, so here's the moment of truth, I guess. Jared put in the EP ROMs, popping on his little adapter there. We're going to pop it in the eGrit 2, see if we get anything. So it was booted into a black screen, you said?
Yeah, just black screen, which is normal if it's not working, because the main processor is basically not functioning.
Jared's in the process of a remodel, so that's why there's stuff everywhere.
Yes.
We all go through it as collectors, especially when you have arcade games. I'm glad I'm not the only one who finds random non-conductive things to put boards on. It's like, no, there's a box. It's fine.
Alright, so that works. Power up. And moment of truth.
Let's see.
No smoke, that's always good. Nope. Oh, yeah.
Hey! I think I kind of reset there for a second.
Yeah.
Is it frozen? Huh?
Resetting.
I don't know. That's a tease, dude. Yeah, it's resetting.
Yeah.
Well, this is better than a black screen.
That's
fine. Alright, so we're here. We're going to be working on the Neo-Geo, the replacement, they're LED panels, right, Jared?
Yep.
Yeah, the replacement LED panels that pretty much go up here in the marquee where the original EL panels went. So basically the idea on this is, for those of you that have Neo-Geos, I'm sure you all know that these died several moons ago. But basically when you pick a game, in whatever slot it is, slot 1, this will light up, slot 2, this will light up, 3, and 4 will light up. So this is a guy on the Neo-Geo Forums making these, Jared?
Yep. Lee J. Smith is his username there. So you can see the panel here. So for this one, there's 4 of them. So it's got a LED strip, and then it comes down, a little 3D printed surround, and then I guess some acrylic or some tape that you use to kind of cover it up. And then I'll show you, we've got that. We'll just do a little unboxing here. Haven't really gotten into too much of it, but there's a control board that he created to control this.
And all this plugs into the original 4 slot, right?
Yeah, so the power is slightly different. So the power will run 12 volts instead of the original stuff, because the original electroluminescents were high voltage, so it had a little transformer. So this, he created a little, with a little teensy board, and I guess it runs the software. You plug into here with your normal adapter that comes in the Neo-Geo cabinets, and then you plug the panels in up here, and it runs through it. So it's got brightness controls, all kinds of stuff on it. So we'll get it hooked up, get it wired in, and yeah, check it out.
All right, so Jared went ahead and got the 4 panels mounted onto the original Neo, original SNK, MDF, whatever the hell that stuff is. We got them kind of mounted up. We did measure them to make sure they're going to line up in here perfectly with the marquee. So now what Jared's doing is he's got the little board here. Each one of those little terminals matches up to a different color wire, so it knows which one to turn on and off. And it was cool, Jared was showing me that this board is actually set up. If you do have a 6 slot or even like a 2 slot, you either, just don't use these 2, but you can always add 2 here for the additional slots, which is actually kind of cool. I like that. It's a cool idea.
Yep.
Jared also, I don't know if you want to show them this, he made the benefits of working at a print shop. He made a template here.
Yeah. And he'll have these, he's got a couple on the website, but this one I made up for this revision 4 slot. So if you do buy the kit, you'll have some basic stuff to go on to here. So.
Yep. So now what we're doing is he's going to route these wires basically to fit in these little areas here, because when this is actually up here, the wires like kind of stick out in the front. So he's going to route the wires behind these little gaps here, so we can tuck them behind the marquee thing, and then wire them down into these little terminals. And then once that's set up, this gets plugged into the 4 slot somehow.
Yep, back over here, and power comes in here, and we should be good.
Cool. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and get it up there and run these wires and kind of see how it goes. Alright, so Jared is now mounting the little control PCB computer thing, whatever, to the back of the panel board where the original one sat. So basically, this little harness here, this little 7 or 8 pin harness here actually plugs in to this guy, which is the original SNK Neo harness that controls the light. So once that's mounted on there, we will go ahead and put that board up here, and it should technically, hopefully, work. So an additional thing is Jared said that you have to pull a additional 12 volt and ground up to power the board. So he pulled it from down on the bottom, kind of fed it up through the cab here, up here, so we can actually wire that into the little board here. Just didn't want to forget that detail. Alright, so as you guys can see real quick, we've got the power coming in, we have all the different leads here going to each panel, and then basically again this little 6 or 7 pin guy plugs in here. So we're going to go ahead and set it up and see what happens. So we can film it and let it rock. You just want to tuck that in, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we'll tuck all this in. I've got to...
I think I connect this real quick.
Yeah, and I got to see where ground is. We just got to make sure that all matches. Ground is closest to me, so that should be the black.
Oh yeah, I think it's pin 2. There you go.
Alright.
Trying to not also jam a microphone into Jared's face.
That would always...
Alright, so we're back, and we have the harness plugged into the 4 slot. It wasn't plugged in before, so we remembered how to do it. Jared plugged it in. We're going to power it on. We get our sweet little attract mode. That looks so good. Okay, so it's doing its classic Neo Geo boot up, and then once we hit the select game button, we should see the little, as it does this, we should see the image change, hopefully.
Alright.
There we go, look at that. That's really cool. Seems to be working pretty good.
Yep.
So
like it's supposed to.
Jared presses the select game button, and then up here, what happens is the marquee light changes.
Yeah.
Works like it's supposed to. So that's really cool. Awesome product, man.
Yeah, this is working good.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's
Congrats,
good.
man.
Yeah, finally get it working. They never work, so.
Yeah. It's weird to see it actually. It's weird to see, like, because mine, they're all just on.
Yeah.
All the time. They're just
'cause
on.
you
I just have a light in there.
light
Yeah.
behind it, yeah.
So it's really cool to see that, man. So awesome. Really cool product.